Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Rome, and today I'm doing something a little different from what I normally do, where I normally review phones, test them out, and talk about how my experience has been with them. I'm going to talk about a phone that I don't actually have right now, and it's the Z Fold 8. What I did was I went into the nearest Best Buy, held it, and interacted with it a little bit as much as I could. And I am kind of torn on it actually, now that I've actually held it. While it is a beautiful device, the aspect ratio may not do it for me because as you guys may have known for any of my past videos on the Huawei Pura X Max, that is my ideal aspect ratio. And this one's going to be a little bit taller and a little bit slimmer, and I'm kind of torn on it, but we'll see. I'm going to show you that footage and then we'll come back and talk about it. All right, let's get into it. All right, so I'm here with the Z Fold 8. It seems like they got it locked in the open position, but you could tell that even while open, it's taller than the Huawei, which is interesting. And I think it's slimmer when closed as well. But you can see that the Huawei is actually wider. Look at that. That's crazy. So I'm thinking that I still prefer the aspect ratio of the Huawei itself, but the Z Fold 8 is really nice and it's actually really thin. Look at that. In comparison to the Huawei, look. Look at that. I mean, but it looks really good though in person, but unfortunately I can't hold it, but I do have one on order coming in next week sometime, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, look at that. I haven't used One UI in a long time, so I was hoping that they had it on Wi-Fi or something so I could watch something. So I can see what that aspect ratio looks like in person, but I can't, so that's fine. But I am intrigued on the software. Oh, they have the 3-button gesture on the 3 buttons on there. I'm not used to that. I'm used to gestures. Interesting. Huh. Pretty cool. I'm interested to see how it works in person though. I'm never gonna get used to this the buttons again. But yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. Not mad at it. I wish I could just hold it though and see what it was about, but we'll see. I'm still curious about that comparison between this and the Huawei though. Just aspect ratio overall, not software, because we know the Huawei is banned here in the US, but we'll see. We'll see. I just had to come into the store to see it really quickly. All right, so now that you guys have had a chance to review the footage and see what I was dealing with, they had it locked into this open position, and that just sucks because I didn't get the chance to see it closed and how things would look on the cover display or whatever. So yeah, I just had to do a really quick comparison and move on. But anyway, here's where I'm at. Here's why I'm saying that I'm torn. As I said, I understand this is my ideal aspect ratio. The Z Fold 8 may scratch that itch for others out there, and that's great. That's why we do options. That's why we love options on this channel, right? But here's where we are. As you can see, between the Huawei Pura X Max and the OG Pixel Fold, this one just kind of sits in the middle. It's taller than the Huawei, but shorter than the Pixel Fold. It's slimmer than the Huawei, but wider than the Pixel Fold. So that's where we're at right now. This is my ideal aspect ratio because I just love how small and compact it is. If this device was slightly thinner, I think it would be even better. But hey, it's a great device. I love it. And you guys, if you watch any of those past videos, you know that. But that Samsung is so thin. And it felt well designed. Now, the only thing I don't like that that Samsung does is these sharper corners. I wish they were more rounded, but this is all a preference thing, right? So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. You know, you guys like what you like. I like what I like. And that's okay. That's why we're all welcome here. That's why it opens up to great discussions. But once I saw that it was taller and slimmer than the Huawei, I was like, I'm kind of torn now. I'm not as excited. I'm still going to give it a real chance once I get it in hand. But Another thing that really steals the joy from me is the fact that it's so expensive. Now, fortunately, they had a great deal with T-Mobile where I traded in my old Pixel 8 Pro and got $1,100 off of it. So they helped a lot. But otherwise, paying so much money for just the device when I get charging bricks and cases with all of these other foldables I use, you know, my Oppos, my Vivos, my Huawei, you get charging bricks and cases with them. So it's kind of, this is a hard pill to swallow just for the device. And you have to buy a case and a screen protector and a charger if I didn't have one on hand. So, you know, you're forking out more money than just what you see for this device. So that's what kind of gets me a little bit. But like I said, I'm going to give it a fair shake. I'm still hopeful that I enjoy this device and I lock in with it and we go hand in hand, because it would be really nice to have a device that's local here for a change. This device is not supported, it's banned. I can't use all of the features on it. And even with all that being said, that's how I know I love the aspect ratio so much, because I'm willing to torture myself to use this device just for the aspect ratio. It just does something for me. Okay. Plus, wallpapers look incredible on it. I love it. Okay. All right. Anyway, but I digress. We'll see how everything plays out. I'm gonna give it a fair shake in a full video and just from day-to-day use. I mean, just for personal use, period. Not just for the sake of YouTube. I want to test it and use it. And I was seeing some other reviewers kind of like post their great photos, nighttime photos and things like that from this camera. And that was another thing I was kind of torn on, where I saw that they had a 50 megapixels. So they went down from 3 cameras that they have on the Ultra. But the second camera on here is an ultra wide, which is a camera that I just don't typically use. So that's another thing that's kind of pulling me back. So we'll see, but the photos look great from those people that were uploading them. I'm hoping that my experience is the same, but we'll test it all out. We'll see what we're getting here. Because we all know that even with all the limitations and you know, laws placed on Huawei, they still included 3 cameras on this device. So I wish that we could have gotten there, because it felt like they just kind of held out on us just to see how things shake out and justify Z Fold 9. Justify people upgrading to a Z Fold 9 next year or whatever, if this one sells well. So we'll see how things play out. I really am hopeful that I enjoy the device and I keep it in rotation and so on and so forth. Of course, I'm going to spend my regular time with it, because I got to do my 1 week later, my full review, the cameras, the software, because I haven't used one UI in a long time. So I'm interested in seeing how it feels to jump back in again. But anyway, how are you guys feeling about this device? Are you not interested in wide devices at all, and you're just gonna stay with your Z Fold, your Ultra, your Z Fold 8 Ultra, or your whatever other foldable you're using right now, your Oppo, your Vivo? You don't care about these. Or are you holding out for the iPhone Ultra to scratch that itch for you iOS users out there? How are you feeling? I mean, are you watching this and hanging out and just kind of see how things play out and see what you're going to get with the iPhone Ultra? I'm still up in the air on it. That price is going to be a major deterrent for me. I'm already complaining about this device and spending so much money on it. 2,300, 2,400, 2,500, whatever it shakes out to be. If the rumors even come out to be a little bit true, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, because I have nothing to trade towards it. We'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. But where are you guys' heads? Where are your minds? What are we talking about out here? How are you feeling? Okay. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way to help me continue to bring these devices to you guys. If you're interested in the case that I had laying up here for the Z Fold 8, I will have an affiliate link down for it below. As you know, there's no extra fees on top of it. I just get a little piece of change from, you know, each case that you guys buy if you click the link. But anyway, appreciate you guys being here, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, later.